Right, and that's why I sided him. I only sided him when I went second versus the pure deck. I sided in Ghost Ogre going second, and I sided in the other pure deck, Ash. It was only for those decks, and everybody was talking about the Trickster combo, so I definitely had to have Ash.
All right, so getting into the match, Matt gets to go first. Basic, starting off with the tanky.
His hand looks pretty good.
It looked like Diagram Rat. That's
let's see if he knows how to do the combo.
Matt's the one who basically spread that around. For Diagram Rat, you can end with Mrs. Radiant, a rank 4, and a Trident.
That's pretty powerful for a first turn board.
You can also end with just a rank 4 and off of just a Rat. You can end with a rank 4 and a Trident, but you don't get to keep Mrs. Radiant because you pop it midway through. However, I think Matt has Soul Charge in his hand, and if he chooses to go extremely wide on the first turn, Soul Charge's end board is Trident, 2 rank 4s, and Mrs. Radiant.
So Rat by itself is a rank 4 Trident?
Rat by itself is rank 4 Trident because you do the standard like Mrs. Radiant loop, and then you pop it off with the Trident while you sequence it that there's still a Rat under the Trident, and the Mrs. Radiant adds back the Rat, and then you bring that out, and you'll have 2 level 4s, a Rat and a level 4 you brought out earlier, and then you can just overlay those 2. It doesn't really matter what point you do this at. It just matters, like what he's doing right now for the Soul Charge play. It just matters that he has 3 cards in the graveyard.
Yeah, him drawing Soul Charge, this game is probably going to be over pretty soon.
The downside to playing Draco Zoo decks is that you don't play cards like Penny. I think it's Pennyismo. Pennyismo. And in my body, you don't play those, so you kind of are very susceptible to board wipes. Calvin does not have one.
Looks like Calvin drew a handful of monsters.
Oh, that's the worst against boards like this.
I hate when I draw a handful of monsters.
This is looking pretty good in Matt Cairoli's favor. I don't think Calvin's going to be able to come back from such a powerful first turn board, especially because he was able to resolve Soul Charge.
If Calvin pulls this out, he godly.
Yeah, but look at this. He got 2 Broad Bull searches, and he got to summon 4 monsters on first turn, and Calvin is going to have to clear every one of these zoo monsters or just lose on the following turn.
Like, he 100% has to draw a board wipe for a turn if he wants a chance.
He's also going to get a draw right here. This is probably Emerald. Oh, nope, Dweller.
Ooh, that's even better.
See, this just shows that Matt doesn't...
Did he not pay attention to him playing all day?
He doesn't. I mean, a lot of the times with a lot of players, he doesn't know. Here's the thing, though. Even though he doesn't know, this will turn off Ram. So there's at least that.
He drew another monster for a turn.
Well, let's hope the Desires gets him out of it. I think Matt could have done more with this, and he rushed his play. He definitely should have ended with... If he knew what Calvin's playing, he would have made Emerald. But another thing he could have done is he could have got, like... another Chakanai.
Yeah, this loses to any board wipe. He will lose the game if he has a board wipe now.
Well, if he did this, he didn't open Diagram.
Oh my God, he drew more monsters.
All monsters, yeah.
It's kind of unfair to watch.
So I guess Calvin's deck is Raigeki double, like 1 Dark Hole or 2, and then 2 Slumbers, because it looked like he's obviously maining Kaijus. He drew 1, and I saw a Slumber in his deck. Yep, there goes the Drake.
Are those 2 bluffs back there?
No, I think one's a Draco trap card and one's a Draco spell card.
He doesn't have any Draco cards. It's bluffs. Did he just choose not to Thoroughbleed? You got a handful of monsters that you kind of got to.
He didn't want to lose to Strike. He doesn't know Matt's deck. Obviously, both these players don't know each other's decks.
Ooh, that's a 4,100 attack. Oh, that's even better.
Calvin was just pushing for some damage, it looked like. Main phase 2 would have made a Trident. But instead, Matt is going to activate what is it, Apocalypse of the True Draco?
Yeah, if you were scared of all that, why would you not get the Thoroughblade draw?
Yeah, he should have just Thoroughblade drew because it could have gotten him into
right, you can see Soul Charge, Barrage, Dark Hole, all those things.
Slumber that Calvin had in his main deck.
Unfortunate for Calvin that he drew basically just 7 monster cards.
I mean, Matt should have put him in a position that he didn't win unless he drew a board wipe. But I guess, Calvin just bricked monster cards. But this is going to be hard going second, especially against these pure Zoo decks. That's what I was, losing a lot to. I played a similar list to Matt's. I think it was like a 2-3 card difference. It's that just game 2-3. So many cards go in, especially if you're going second. Like
one of the most devastating cards of the mirror match, though, is Magic Deflector, though. That card makes the mirror match a little
A
unplayable.
correct magic deflector just automatically wins you the game.
Yeah.
Cosmic Cyclone has been insane. Before the event, I don't know if any other commentators mentioned this, but out of the hundreds of people in this room, none of the vendors had it. None of the normal players that typically have large collections of cards had Cosmic Cyclone.
Yeah, nobody had it.
It was actually impossible to get. A lot of people had to change their deck list because they could not get 3 copies. And a lot of people, specifically
the twins back in the day.
specifically these pure players, were playing 3 Cosmic Cyclone.
Yeah,
yeah, and there's just not enough of them to go around.
Yeah, the vendors were buying them at 20s, which is
and
insane.
it just went to like a $14 card recently. And it got an announced reprint. Like, we know it's coming in the Megaton and in the structure deck.
And they're buying it for 20. That's crazy.
Just because of all the hype at this event.
Right, because the people here got to have it.
Well,
so
think about it. You spend $20, even $60, you win an event, that's a $2,000 prize pool if you can get it. Even if you top, top 16 gets $50, then you lost $10.
Top 32 gets 50.
Yeah, top 32 gets 50. You get 400 if you top 16.
Look at that, see? And it's not that hard. It's an 8-round tournament.
You top this event, you're going to be feeling pretty nice.
You got to realize that it's so easy.
I didn't top, though. I'm a little upset.
Like, getting here, in and of itself is a challenge. Basically, top 32, winning a circuit or getting a state qualifier. But once you're here, the tournament's actually smaller than a normal ARG that's 9 rounds.
Yeah, but you're stacked up against all the other
really
good
you're
players
playing
in the world.
You're playing
well, not the world,
so
the country.
many more.
But here's the thing: if you got here, you should probably be a good player.
Yes, but you're playing when we play in this tournament, we play 8 people with 4 or 5 tops. That's insane. You know what I'm saying?
Not all are 4 or 5 tops, but I feel I get what you're saying. A lot of people do have tops.
Most people in this room right now, in the circuit event is.
Well,
everybody's
no,
pretty
look
well
at it.
off.
We got. Just in my eyesight, I have Nick Ma. I have Noah Green. National champion Nick Ma. What was it? The first or second circuit players championship.
Yeah, he
winner.
won Richmond. And then he won a players championship.
We have Corey Roca. Won a YCS this year here.
I got to beat Corey Roca today.
Justin Singh, multiple ARG tops. Crystal Blanc,
Patrick Hoban, just got indicted in the Hall of Fame
Basically,
today.
I just be wanting to play some scrubs.
But just because there's some new names, there's a ton of up-and-comers I've been seeing this season. People I haven't seen play Yu-Gi-Oh! Until the start of
People
Zoo,
are getting a lot better.
And they are just on fire. It could also be that the deck itself, the meta is very simplified because of Zoo, and it's not very... It's complex in its avenues of, like, what you can do with your cards, but realistically... your end boards are Trident, Ram, Trident, a rank 4. Like, it's not that hard. You kind of just play with the 5 cards you're dealt. It's not like back in hat format or previous formats where you have to kind of
hat format was
leverage
just
your cards.
format.
You kind of just get rewarded. It's kind of like who can trade 1-for-1 the most.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And come out on top.
Zoo completely changed the game, like to a wholly different game.
Well, Calvin's hand looks really good.
Yeah, he
has
drew
Ash,
the soul
charge.
Uh-oh.
and
Thoroughblade.
That's pretty
You
good.
drew a trap?
Yep. I don't know what trap. I think it might have been a...
Oh, he's doing the same thing Matt did,
D-Day.
but he's going to make the crazy board. He's going to soul charge
it's
for
a
4.
strike.
And Ash in his hand.
Matt saw it. He's like, yeah.
I mean, it's only fair. Is he going to double Thoroughblade F? Nope, he just chose to not use him.
Pretty crazy.
This is wild. What? He didn't discard for Ram? Why would you not discard those?
I guess he's playing the line of he wants to have monsters in his
I would have
hand.
discarded one of them.
I think Ram he can get rid of.
thinking about it.
Yeah, okay. I was like, that's crazy.
Oh, because Calvin did something with his hand that made it look like he wasn't using it, but I think that was him just agreeing I'm only going to pick
He's still thinking
Yeah,
about
because
the
you would
monsters.
much rather draw 2 more traps instead of having 2 bricks in your hand.
Yeah. Calvin went deep. That's 4K, and if he uses the strike.
I think Calvin, there's no way he's not using their effects. Like, there's
Yeah,
no
he's
way.
using them, yes,
There we go. Yeah.
That is correct. I did top a Nationals in which Mystic Walk was in my sideboard. I brought up the chat on my phone if everybody wants to look at it. Yeah, so he ended up just ditching the 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, keeping whipping hands right.
Calvin's already at 4,000. It's going to be
I mean, realistically, he's going to be at, he's going to take 55 off that strike. He had strike combo set.
I think this Dweller's about to end the game unless he has a board wipe.
Well, he has Ash Dweller, and the Dryden doesn't have a material, which means he's going to have to whip-tail the thing. Wait.
He has a board wipe. Oh, my God.
He still has the Ram though.
And I don't understand why
he has
didn't.
Soul Charge.
I feel Calvin could have done more.
Is that Desires?
Calvin could have definitely done more. Calvin should have this Dryden with a material.
Yeah, where's the Tiger Mortar?
He knew he had a Soul Charge in hand. He could have ended with a Rat Pier. Like he could have done the Rat combo.
No. He played his hand very wrong.
Well, this Desire is going to eat this Ash because he doesn't really have to worry about any follow-up with the Draco cards with Dweller active. And it looks like it did. Calvin's Graveyard is off the table. All right, we got Barrage. But now we know Calvin has Strike set, so realistically this Barrage can break the board. If Matt does it correctly, he should be able to... Ooh. See, this is why he didn't go the Whiptail. He's just assumed he would use the combo to get a guy on it.
He's thinking about ashing that combo.
Well,
I don't know if I'd ash it right
he
now.
Has to, well, can you ash the effect to attach?
No.
No, it's attaching from the deck. Ash is when you add a card from the deck or you would special from the deck.
Then he revealed his hand, too. This game's over now.
He didn't reveal his hand. It's just the way the camera is.
He didn't show him Ash?
No. He picked up the card and read it, and then he read Ash.
Okay, my fault.
He has to wait on the activation. Yup. On activation, Dryden pop. Get Darkhold.
Dryden pop, then he'll Dark Hole, kill everything.
Yeah.
Normal his dude, banish whatever comes out off of the... Well, here's the thing. If he Dark Holes, Calvin still has a Whiptail in hand, and he'll be able to re-Dryden.
Yeah,
and he gets another monster back off of Radiant.
If he would have opened a normal summon, it would have been a lot better.
Will most likely just be Ram.
But I think Matt, he made a little mistake by siding in Ash versus the Pure Zoo deck. That card, you really don't get to hit a lot of things. The best thing you'll be able to hit is Desire. Sometimes you can hit Tinky.
Or Barrage, but...
It
was probably... Yeah, that's weird. Maybe he just didn't have anything to side for him. Anything he felt was good enough to side going second, so he kept hand traps. I mean, hitting Desires is more than good enough. It could also hit Max C on you when you try to make your push.
Calvin drew a Cosmic Cyclone. That's pretty good.
Did Matt just, pass for turn?
Yeah, he didn't have anything else to do.
Oh, okay.
He didn't draw a monster.
Don't think Calvin can resolve that.
This guy in the chat's pretty funny. He goes top 8 in North America qualifier has to check if Ash negates combo to attach. There's nothing wrong with rereading cards very, or however you say your name. You're not a sub, so I don't have to pronounce it right.
Now he can resolve combo.
What, he couldn't before?
No, he was one monster short.
Oh. Well, nothing a little broad bowl can't help.
I've been seeing games like this all day. Somebody draws really well, and the other person does it.
Well, that's the format. It's like we said earlier. It's just 1-for-1s. You do your 5 cards, match up to their 5 cards, potentially 6.
Unfortunately for Calvin, it looks like his traps are clumping up in the deck.
I mean, he still has Strike set, which is great. So he's probably feeling super safe. I think he has a Whiptail and a Ram. What's the third? I mean, a Rat, and what's the third card? Do you know?
Cosmic Cyclone, Rat, Whiptail, I think. Something like that.
Can he kill him this turn? Let's see. He has 12 from the chop.
Oh, no, it's a trap. It's a strike, I think.
Oh, God. If it's a strike, I think this is over.
Yeah, it's a strike.
Yeah, Calvin's going to push an absurd amount of damage. And then he's...
throw a Therablade on here.
Yep, Therablade on the Dryden.
Make another Dryden.
So he's going to go attack with the Dryden, 16, detach, pop, bring out, equip the whip, right? So that all the whips hit, detach the whip, bring back whip back, that's another 13. And then the whip will go underneath the Tiger Mortar. So So it'd be 13 3 times plus 16 plus.
I don't think he did it though.
No, I think he just like said, "All my guys go." Battle Shokin. Yep, he just said, "Fuck it," and I'm just, oh, my bad, Twitch chat.
A little bit of a misplay, but I don't think it really matters too much here because I don't think there's a lot in that. Yep, Matt just skips it up. Sees the writing on the wall. We're going to be seeing a game 3 between them.
I would love to see a game 3 without blowouts.
Yeah.
Calvin's X1, right, or XO?
He's undefeated.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, Moons. Twitch cat hitting me with the Virgin Ears comment.
Both of these players are very good players, but it's just, in this format, it's just blowout. It just kind of makes it.
Well, you think about it. You see some top players here at the ARG that just, they get X2'd or X3'd really early in the rounds. It's just, it's insane how simplified this meta is. We've been playing with Zoo for what, 6 months now?
We got it for a long time. This is a long time.
I feel we really should have.
I think Draco cards are bad for the game too. I just think they were just not written well.
I agree.
The way they interact, it's like you can gain advantage with Heritage going second, but going first, like, you can't really gain no advantage unless you drew those cards, unless you drew the pieces to make the Heritage draw 2.
Well, that's why, like, Draco's more of a fair concept than it is Zoo, and why it didn't get so neutered in the OCG as opposed to.
When you combine them, it makes them a totally different ball game because
that's why so many people have to side hate for it.
Right now,
it's just too powerful.
diagram turns into an extender. Like, you don't go -1 and pop. You don't have to pop your Speller Traps anymore. You pop the Ram that you searched.
And people just use it as a new draw engine for Zoo,
yeah,
where you're drawing 2 or 3 cards off of Heritage, and you have backup of a monster and the Zoo cards as well.
Well, back when we had like Norden and stuff, we could
that
do
was
that.
insane.
But now it's like, I feel it's, you have what, you know, we just said about how you have to have your combo cards to play, your multiple Draco cards. One independent Draco card does not do it. A monster or spell, it has to be in multiples, a diagram, something. But the Zoo fill that gap of allowing you to have the 1-card plays to simplify your game, and at the same time using their engine, which is so powerful, of searching a card every turn, popping a card every turn, having the banish ability to remove almost any threat in the game with Whiptail, and at the same time just make up for the fact that you have to be a combo deck and give you that time if you don't hit the pieces.
That before he summoned.
And when you open Insane, it's like we said, like multiple masterpieces, popping monsters with trap cards going into the graveyard you can barely interact with. The OCG is running triple Skullmeister because that deck's so popular, just to hope their cards don't get popped. And it has some other synergies with like the cards that are in their meta at this time, stopping like dinosaurs and World Chalice.
I wonder why he terraforming before he ratted.
Doesn't really matter. Bait Ash. He might have other cards in his hand he wants to use. See if Ash is going to get used.
But it's like.
All right, so he just opened Rat, and I believe he's going to do the Rat, no other play, make rank 4 play right now. I believe that's what his line is looking like.
So he had no other extender in his hand?
No, he might, but I don't think he. What I'm saying is he just opened Rat. So Rat in and of itself is the combo.
So it's just going to be a rank 4.
It should be rank 4 Dryden.
Yeah, what I'm saying is he did this play without an extender.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Head diagram.
Without an extender.
No, he did.
He has 2 diagrams.
He had diagram and he had a ram. He searched the ram.
Oh no, he has 1, but he still has.
No, if he goes ogre the rat, he break his hand. He would have no plays. Sure, he can diagram and get no plus out of it.
Is that diagram?
It's Heritage.
Yeah. Now it just makes his plays a little suboptimal, where he just makes Trident and maybe does he have Masterpiece or Dynamite?
Yeah, he doesn't know how to.
He has one of his 2 Draco monsters.
He doesn't know how to do the combo.
I know for a fact he knows how to do the combo.
Why is he not doing it?
He must be doing a different line.
Guess he's summoning Masterpiece.
You can still do this, though. You would have a rank 4 and still do this. I've been playing it today.
Unfortunately, Calvin's hand is not very powerful against a Masterpiece.
Well, if Calvin has desires, he might be able to get to one of his kaijus.
I don't think he has a way to get around a Masterpiece and a Dryden pop this turn.
Yeah, unless he draws a kaiju off of this, it might be goodbye time.
Don't see what he drew.
To beat Masterpiece without a kaiju, you have to have 3 extenders.
He drew a Barrage.
Or 2 extenders, a normal summon and 2 extenders. That's how I lost.
I think he has a Pianissimo, so he can protect on the Dryden pop. And he has Barrage to get past the Masterpiece pop. So Calvin still can play this turn, he's just not in a very great situation either way because he can't kill the Masterpiece. Because I don't think he has a Whiptail in hand.
Now, when Pianissimo resets you to 100, you then gain.
It makes their original attack 100.
Yeah, so then he'll go to 100, then he'll gain the 16.
Yes.
Yeah, so he can still. Can't he still kill it?
Possibly.
So Matt chose to pop the Thoroughblade on summon. And now he's going to pop the Barrage. And that's
your
it.
boy. Oh, man.
That's it.
Calvin lost. The Savage pair down. I hate when I get pair down and lose. This is the worst feeling.
Unfortunate for Calvin, just couldn't get there.
I guess Matt saw that Calvin's deck was running a ton of extenders, so he didn't want